Hey everybody, pouring some coffee. Very important to get the caffeine in the body. That's key, in the body. All right, so I had this idea for a series of videos here on this channel. It's been inspired by a 10-year journey. In 2010, I went to seminary. I moved from Columbus, Ohio to Chicago, Illinois. Columbus is a college town. Chicago is a world-class city. I think that was really, really good for me. I hadn't moved around much. Pretty much grew up in Columbus my whole life. And Chicago was just this whole new experience. When I first came to Moody Theological Seminary, I realized two things about this place that I didn't really expect necessarily. One was just the sheer integration into the city. Moody is downtown Chicago in the River North area. It's a great location, has access to pretty much anywhere you want to go in the city. And what I fell in love with while I was in Chicago was the city itself. So I was able to kind of combine my theological studies with the city and learn from the city itself as a piece of my education. But the second thing that I experienced while I was at Moody was loving community. Community is at the center of faith life, I think. And I think one of the most important memories that I continue to think about a lot is just how loving and caring the professors were, the administrative staff, and my fellow seminarians and peers. And so I take those memories and those principles with me, and it's something that I want to continually experience throughout my whole life. And so we get to this video. I want to share more about what this is about. I want to create videos about the Bible. I know that there's a ton of content out there. There's a lot of videos, lots of stuff on the internet about what this is saying and what it means. And I think those are really, really good. I mean, we have tons of amazing teachers, world-class theologians that really, really can, unpack and share with you their thoughts on the Bible. I want to create videos that build community. It's not just a resource or repository of information, but it's a place where we can gather digitally, virtually, and through social media, through YouTube, and make videos together. And I call it the Herm. The Herm is short for hermeneutics, and hermeneutics is really all about interpretation, the art and study of how to interpret something. And since 2010, when I started in seminary, the last 10 years, I've dedicated my life to becoming skillful and confident in my ability to read the Bible accurately, meaningfully, and allowing it to speak on its own terms, not putting in my own meaning, not interpreting it the way that I want it to be interpreted, but really trying to understand what the Bible is saying about a lot of different things. We know this thing right here, when you open it up, what you're doing is an act of provocation and controversy and beauty and poetry and complexity and simplicity. It's paradoxical and confusing and all these things all at the same time. And I think that's what I love about it. I love studying the Word of God, and I want to make videos that not only allow me to study the Word of God so that I'm benefiting myself as I'm exploring it myself, but I want it to be in video so I can share it with you guys so that we can do it in community. And which brings me to these two last points that I want to make. One, there's a great lesson that I learned from one of my favorite professors at Moody, and he talked about this idea of a hermeneutical spiral. And the hermeneutical spiral, what it really is saying is that as we dive deeper into this right here, what should be happening is that the Bible is exposing and diving deep into who we are and allowing us to understand ourselves and who we are according to what God is saying. I think this is a really important point because I think so many people treat this as an object, right? And I think what it's really asking us to do is treat it like a subject. so that we are dialoguing with it, we're conversing with the Bible more than dominating and conquering and mastering it. And I think that is a huge distinction about how you will gain value from reading this if you can understand the differences between the Bible as an object and the Bible as a subject. The second point and the last point that I want to make is, I've talked about it a little bit already, is community. Community is the most important learning tool when it comes to growing in your faith and growing as a follower of Jesus. And so much of our life is actually doing faith privately, reading privately, studying privately, exploring privately. And what I really want to do especially during this quarantine physical distancing season, is stay rooted in community. So that's why I want to do this. I want to make videos about the process of reading, how we get more confident, how we get more comfortable, how we find conviction and beauty and truth and all of those things that we are seeking in the Word of God, and to do it without feeling intimidated, to do it without feeling like we're lost or confused. I want to share with you the process of reading the Bible, and that's what I want to create over these next few months. And so I'm committed to reading the Bible in front of you, with you, and together we can build a digital community of Bible readers. So that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. The Herm is going to be a constant staple on this channel. I would ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Please connect with me. I'm on social media at I am Minsu Choi. I'll put it right here. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Let's chat. If you have any questions about video making or how to set up your YouTube account, let me know. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I'm trying to get better at this filmmaking thing. Give me some feedback. I would love that. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Hope you're safe. Hope you're well. Continue to practice wisdom and just a lot of hope as we get through this pandemic season. Cheers.